people like you, right? Being able to celebrate those people that say, I have it in my heart too. The gift is in giving. The gift is a gift.
Mm,
And
that is it.
that's it. That's it. And that's all we have to know is whatever that special gift that we've been given is, a gift is to give. A gift is to give.
There is something special inside you.
Welcome to GNG Podcast with your host, speaker, best-selling author, Chaz Jackson.
Yo, what's going on, kings and queens? It's your boy Chaz Jackson coming back to you once again, representing GNG Gift and the Gift. Hey, I personally want to take time to each and every one of you. Thank you for giving me eyes and ears once again as we ready to dive deep into some inspiration that I pray will plant like a seed in your mind and assist you in becoming a greater version of yourselves. I have Miss Melahni Ake. She is in the building with us today, kings and queens. And are you ready to get it, Miss Melahni?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Let's go, Chaz. Let's go.
Yes, yes, yes. Our motto on this podcast is we're all gifted differently to make a difference. You are such a difference maker in this world. And I'm so excited to have you in front of this audience. And they are super excited to learn more about you and everyday leaders. And can you just go into your story of how you got to where you are in 2021, just shining your light and adding value to people?
Oh gosh. Well, you know what they say, nothing happens overnight, right?
Mm.
Nothing happens overnight. So my entire life has been influenced by mentors, people that inspired me to know that there was something bigger in the world. There was a bigger purpose.
Wow, I like that.
And so my great grandparents established an evangelistic center back in the late 40s, early 50s in Indianapolis. It was the first tabernacle, nursing home, church, hospital, school, and they also lived there. And so this was a huge vision. And I think about, back in the day when you're little growing up, you don't realize that impact. But as I started to learn about my story, several years ago, I was certified with John Maxwell, and I started going back and telling my own story. And it's so significant because when you connect the dots, just like Steve Jobs has taught us so many times in his speeches, you don't really understand your story until you go back and connect the dots. And
Mm.
so that was part of my connecting the dots. And I also learned, you'll love this fact, John Maxwell's father, Melvin, preached at that tabernacle with my
Really?
great
Wow.
grandparents.
That's interesting.
So my journey of this DNA like threads all through my life, and so from there, I just really paid attention all my life because of these influences of what was important. I lost my father when I was 5 years old. He had lung cancer, and my grandparents were song evangelists, and so that meant I got to go travel with them to connect to them every summer.
Wow.
So I became really adaptable and confident in what I was, who I was. I just didn't have a lot of those same fears that I think kids my age had because I was introduced and exposed to a lot of stuff. Maybe like a military kid, thinking about the changes that you have in your life, and you just have to adapt to it. And so that just gave me a lot of confidence. I grew up at Disney. Disney was kind of coming on when I was born. And so that was a big influence. So before I went to college, Chaz, I said, I really need to go learn from Disney what they do, the customer experience, so that I can take that with me all through my life.
Wow.
And so I did. I went to Florida. My grandparents lived there. I went and applied and worked for the summer and learned all of the traditions classes that Disney teaches on principles, values, customer service. And it just, again, it inspired me to think differently in my life and to
Wow.
take things on, right? It was just that constant confidence that I was building, but intentionally focused so that I could figure out the rest of my journey. And so that's kind of how it started. And then just these last few years. So a lot of us work in a corporate America. We get into a career after college and we feel like that's our purpose, right? That's what we were meant to do. We have talents, gifts, and yours is gift and a gift, right? So knowing your strengths and saying, if I can use my gift and I can maybe find a career that really speaks to me, I can stay in that and I can add value in some way to the world. And for me, it was about finding myself. I went to broadcasting school at Ball State University here in Indiana, but college was not my gig. I did not like the campus. I did not connect with the lifestyle of what I imagined I needed to do to be on campus. And even though I was really confident, I just felt like I did not fit in a campus environment. So, big decision, right? But I think having that other exposure, it made me say, it's okay. You can go do your own thing. So I came home after a semester and I started working at a bank and worked my way through school and just kind of did it my own way. And it wasn't about like not being able to do it on campus. I just knew that that didn't speak to my heart. Like I wasn't fulfilled there.
That's so important to me to fulfill.
Oh my God, yes, because I knew, like, okay, I love broadcasting. I started our high school radio station and did so many things that I knew, as a leader, you think back and you look and say, what were those things that I did or I created or I asked people to join because I had an idea or a goal, right? And so all those things, as I started to kind of keep going through life, the decisions that I made were really intentional about my own growth. And and so right, so then you just keep going. You just keep going through your life. And as I got into corporate America, I worked at a fabulous medical company for 10 years in sales. Cook Medical, largest private medical device manufacturer in the world, and their division in Indiana, and I loved it. But I got to a point in my career, Chaz, that I wasn't growing. And if you've ever had that feeling like I feel suffocated, I felt suffocated.
Yes, yes.
And so I just said, I got to grow. And an opportunity came to me to go to a big medical company, start a program for them. And I took the leap. It took me 3 months to make the decision. My boss is about ready to kill me because I'm like, I don't know if I can go. But I did. I finally made the decision and I left. And I was exposed to so many things that I would have never learned had I had not taken that leap. I got to travel internationally. I got to work with sales teams. I got to be part of global marketing. I got to figure out strategy from large private and public medical device manufacturers all over the world. And it was an amazing experience. And so, sometimes we get lost in our career. And for me, I was excited about my career because I thought, well, here we go. I'm using my gift, right? I'm using my gift, except for I was forgetting to grow personally. Totally. And that's when I decided to join the John Maxwell team because I felt like, yes, financially I was fulfilled, so much great stuff happening, yet personally, I was being bullied because of my confidence. I was being threatened by leadership of, this isn't the vision, this isn't this, you're creating things that don't exist. Like, because I had a vision, because I knew my gifts and I stuck to them. And so in that position, eventually, after 5 years, I was eliminated. People were really threatened by my confidence. And that just blew me away. Right? Blew me away. I was like, seriously, we're so successful here. Yet there are so many people, so many bully attitudes, so many people that don't have the confidence in their own journey, in their own faith to do and add value to people. it's all about them. And when they're not getting the limelight, man, they will be so destructive in your life. And they will actually try to put their beliefs on you.
That's
You know?
true, especially when they think, "Hey, I'm unable to do it. Why is she able to do it? Like, she shouldn't be able to accomplish all this." So,
No, exactly. And so I realized about myself is that it's really easy for me. And I think because of just this learning, right? What I've been exposed to has helped me learn this lesson, but not to let other people really affect my decisions. And so when people see that, they get really jealous that that's a gift that you have. And you don't look at it. I don't say like, oh gosh, that person's jealous and that person's jealous, and there's no reason for that. It's just when you go back and really analyze, and like John Maxwell says, right? Evaluated experience is the best. It's not just looking at it, but the evaluation of the experience, saying, why didn't that work? Why was I showing up as myself, but yet it didn't fit? And what I realized is it just didn't work there. Like I needed to keep going and growing. If I stayed there, I would have had to change to become who they wanted me to be. And that just was not on my ticket, right? It was not on my ticket. So I had the Disney e-ticket. I had the book. I was going all the way. So I joined the John Maxwell team and I got really inspired. I met Simon Sinek at a
oh
Live
wow,
to
Simon
Lead.
Sinek,
Oh my gosh. The
good author.
first right, yeah. So I had been following him. I got inspired and I told him, I said, Simon, I'm using your Start With Why in Germany when I'm teaching all these medical device reps how to connect to doctors for the first time. And I said, this has been such a powerful conversation. And Simon said to me, that's really cool. you know? And so but I wasn't afraid to kind of connect to him because I was authentic. I was using his material and I loved him. And so anyway, all this was happening in 2016, and then I was getting ready the next year, 2018, I was getting ready to turn the magic number of 50. And
No, I don't believe it.
yes. And it wasn't like, what am I going to go climb a mountain? Am I going to go on a vacation? Am I going to have a party? Like, I wanted to do something for other people because I had learned so much in my journey now. And so in 2017, it was like this whole culmination up to the birthday, right? So I had planned to launch this podcast, and it was called Everyday Leaders. Everyday Leaders. And it was going to be about interviewing people that are common, everyday people that have the capacity, that are living their lives with confidence and success to inspire other people.
Wow, I love it.
And so here's the great thing, right? I didn't do this, but God gave this to me. So you look at the calendar, January 12th is my birthday. So January 12th, 2018, it's the second week of the month. And I just looked at it and said, I have 50 weeks in my 50th birthday to do something incredible. So I'm going to invite 50 people for my show and call it Everyday Leaders 50 in 50.
That's where I was going to get at, like the 50 and 50. Oh man, that's so neat.
That's
I
it.
love it.
And I'll tell you, the significance of that in our conversation today is because Chip Baker was my 50th guest in my
Wow, really?
and
Chips
and that
man.
and that just, the impact that has changed my life through Chip and the impact of influence, right? But that has been so significant in the numbers and the things that I've done and the intentionality of the way that it's happened. And, because I wanted to have a podcast, I wanted to have events, I wanted to be able to do summits, and then COVID happened, right, the second year. But Chip came and spoke at my second annual event, and he said, "I'll be there." Like the leaders that I have connected to, this inner circle of people from developing something that I had in my mind to create something bigger than myself to give back has created this circle of influence and these people that want to support, that want to step up, that want to step into and add value to the world in such a way that it makes me cry. I mean, it just fills my heart. And so through COVID, it has been connecting, becoming a full-time consultant and coach, and really doing that fully and understanding what that means and how to serve people in a bigger way. And so it's just people like you, right? Being able to celebrate those people that say, I have it in my heart too. The gift is in giving. The gift is a gift. And
That is it.
that's it. That's it. And that's all we have to know is whatever that special gift that we've been given is, a gift is to give. A gift is to give.
Man, mic drop already, man. Gosh. that was so amazing. Whoever's listening right now, so much gold that was in that story. I just invite you, if you just now caught up with this, pause it back and go back and rewind this episode and really listen to it, because it was so much. I look forward to going back and listen to your story, because what an amazing journey that you've been on, and just looking at you and hearing you talk, I can tell you're so passionate about it. You know what I mean? When you get around those certain people, even when you have you ever just walked into a room and just felt like a negative vibe or a positive vibe, and your mood changes? I mean, for me, just listening to you, and I know whoever's listening right now, we can tell that you're passionate about it. And guys, you just give us goosebumps just to go out and chase out our dreams even more. So thank you so much for sharing your story.
Just do it, just do it. And I got to tell you one more thing. John Maxwell has inspired me so much, and Simon Sinek. In 2019, in September, John puts these Minute with Maxwell's out every day. If you haven't connected to that, I highly recommend finding that and doing that.
Yeah, that is amazing.
And he said, if you need wisdom in your life, if you need just encouragement, go back and read the book of Proverbs for 31 days.
King Solomon, yes.
Right? Do that, gain your wisdom. And so I was going through a period where I thought, this was before COVID. And I said, I need this. So I put it out there to some friends, and they all joined me. And for 31 days, we read the book of Proverbs. And we learned so much, Chaz, that we said, we are so inspired, we need to keep going, because this is really important. We're studying the Bible from the John Maxwell Leadership Bible in a completely different way. It was about application, what you learned, how you learned it, how you stepped into your day, giving you the confidence. And so I have to tell you, today was 645 days that we have been studying together consistently.
And how many people? Is it you and?
It's just whoever wants to join.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It is a public Bible devotional, 6:30 your time, but 7:30 Eastern every single day we meet. And we're on Romans now. We're on Romans 8 this morning. Yet,
and if someone's listening right now and they wanted to join in, how?
They can join. Yes. Everydayleaders.com. Everydayleaders.com. It's just right kind of halfway down. It says morning devotional. You can click the link, and I'll put you probably in the waiting room, and I'll say, how'd you find out about this? And just say,
you got to mention GNG podcast.
GNG podcast, man, and I'll let you in the room. And it is amazing. We have ministers. We have people from all over the world that join this for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. It's such great, powerful, powerful way to start your day.
Nice. And whoever's listening today, like I said, so much has been shared, and I'm paraphrasing some things that I heard that really stuck out to me. It sounds like for you, that family foundation was really important, and for us to take that daily challenge on creating that foundation, us being men and women of faith, God being that foundation, and just having that leadership. And it sounds like for you, just stepping out on faith, right? And not letting fear hinder you. And there were so many opportunities that sounds like in your life where you could have just stayed complacent and not expect to branch your wings and go after what God was calling you to do, and with your visions, even when other people didn't quite understand. And it sounds like you didn't seek that validation. You know, like, hey, this is what God put on my heart to do. I have to see the greatness inside of me, and I have some fruit that's going to come off of that tree whenever I get put in position where God's calling me to. So that is so amazing that, again, that you took that leap of faith, and now I'm in your presence, and I'm able to reap from it and be nourished by it. And I know whoever's listening, I encourage you to take that daily challenge of whatever God's putting on your heart. You know, at times, you know, you're gonna have to be consistent and have that self-discipline to go after it, right? And then God will put the right people in front of you along your journey as you begin to act, right? And speak life into your dreams. God will put the right people around you to be that everyday leader. I love it.
Exactly. Everyday leader. And people say, what's an everyday leader? And I'm like, it's you. It's what you do every single day. The choices that you make every day help you to become a leader. Everybody can do this. And we just have to have that influence, that positivity, and that mindset. And so just figure out who can help you get there, right? Because, man, the other side of greatness it's amazing. It's amazing to live a life that's so fulfilled. When you fill up your cup first, you can fill up so many others.
And that was really key of that whole fulfillment that you mentioned, that, you know, you was producing so much, but whenever you joined John Maxwell, and I can kind of concur with that, you was able to grow personally. So that was another gold tip. And I encourage whoever's listening, you know, take that daily challenge of setting out that 5-10 minutes, however the case may be, of filling your cup before you go out into the world. So for me, that really helps. So that was really key in your story that you shared. Yeah, for sure. But I know there's someone's listening right now, Melody. There's like, I know you shared your website. They want to know more about what do you have coming up in the future. Also, any other content information that you would like to share. Could you bless the audience with that?
Oh, yes. So you can join the Bible study, or you can join me. I have Y coaching. So I became Y Institute certified recently through Simon Sinek's inspiration. And this is to really help people find their purpose, a very predictable process of finding your why. And so I teach this. I'm hiring a group of coaches to help me across the country and across the world, really, to also offer this. This is kind of a new assessment like DISC and Enneagram and Strength Finders and all these different assessments. But the why is really where it all starts. It's your core beliefs, your core values. And there are 9 whys. And so we really dive into what your personal why is. There's an assessment that you take, and then you really build out your communication, very clear communication to the world on why you do what you do. And so I will tell you, a lot of people will look at these and say, well, I know what mine is. You know, mine's my family, or mine's God, or mine's this, or mine's that. It's completely different. You know, the whys that they have assessed through what our brain hears us say, it's really not of the world, it's within us. So it is so different, and it is so powerful. And when you learn the process and you start to step into using that process in your life, it again validates how strong you are already and what you need to do to show up in the world bigger so that you can really make a bigger impact. And so I just, you know, it speaks to everything that I've always done. And I took it on last year and said, this is exactly what I can offer myself and my clients. And it has just really changed my whole business structure. So the why workshops are always available, and my 15 laws of growth classes and the Bible devotional. So find a way to check in, join us on everydayleaders.com, the Facebook group. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram, Everyday Leaders 50 and 50. And I would love to connect to people. I am here to help you in whatever capacity on your journey.
Thank you so much for sharing that information, Melanie. And gosh, you are such a giant. I know so many people are already standing on your shoulders to see farther in life, and more is going to be coming along the journey. And I'm excited to support you and be have you in prayers, and and just to see how you're going to continue to impact the world. So thank you so much for your time and effort again being on the show.
Thank you. You're a gift and a gift, my friend.
Yes, thank you. Hey, everyone listening to us, I told you this is going to be an amazing episode. Let us know which tip or technique out of that story that you are going to take the daily challenge on implementing in your life. And I want you to stay up with GNG. More episodes coming soon. As always, I want you guys to do two things for me. Keep that crown on your heart. And please remember this. We are God's echo. I love each and every one of you. Peace.
Thank you for listening to GNG Podcast. Remember, you are gifted differently to make a difference. Please visit ChazJacksonSpeaks.org and let's continue to grow together. God bless.